A very good morning, students. Um, Today we are going to learn the next page and the next paragraph. So, I just want to give you a quick recap as to what we have learned. We have seen that there is a boy whose name is Franz, and he was normally he was not interested on lessons. He was um, a, he was in a place called Alsace in Lorraine, and when he went to school, he noticed that nothing was normal. Okay, there were many things that was not usual. Something very unusual happened that day. Okay, and what was that unusual thing? There was no commotion in the school. It was like a quiet Sunday morning. Okay, and again the school, the teacher, he was wearing a very special kind of dress. Okay, and on the last bench who was sitting, old houser, former mayor, a postmaster, they were sitting on the last bench. So it was very astonishing. It was very surprising for him. And when he came to know, to his utter surprise, he he was really shocked of the fact that from tomorrow onwards there'll be no French classes. Okay, German language would be taught, and in the Alsace in Lorraine, and the order came from Berlin. Okay, so from the next paragraph I'm starting. Poor man, it was in honor of this last lesson that he had put up on his fine Sunday clothes, and now I understood why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. It was because they were sorry too that they had not gone to school more. So those people also, those old, the old, the mayor, the former postmaster, old houser, why they were there? Because they wanted to pay a tribute to the teacher, because they also were very, very sorry because they never felt that learning a language was important. Okay, and when something is taken away from you, when your liberty is curtailed, you tend to go behind that thing more. Okay, when something is curtailed now, what is the curtailment that you have in your life? You can't go out of your house. So the moment people will say that yes, you can't go, that moment itself, you will be having the feeling of going out of your home. So this also had the same impact. And language is not a small thing, it's your identity. Okay, and when someone will take your identity from you, will try to take your identity from you, it is really unknowingly, you do not know the importance now because you are speaking your own language. Okay, but once someone will say that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, then you will understand what is the importance of language. Okay, so here also there were many people who came to give their last honor, to give the tribute um, to whom? The language and the teacher. Okay, because they also were sorry, they've never been to school. Okay, it was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service. Just mind it, underline it, 40 years. The master, he gave 40 years of faithful service and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. And definitely the country was not theirs, because it was because German would overtake it, and German said that, and order came from Germany said that, from Berlin an order came that from tomorrow the language you will not, definitely, by chance, I don't want this to happen, but if any country by chance they overtake India, then what will happen? Definitely we cannot speak Hindi here, we cannot speak our language here, because their language will be overpowering our language. Okay, so this is really a very, very painful moment. Let's move to the next paragraph. While I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. It was my turn to recite. What would I not have given to be able to say the dreadful rule of participles all through, very loud and clear, and without one mistake? But I got mixed up on the first words and stood there, holding on to my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. This is very normal. When you were small, just you had one teacher who would really be afraid of. And especially when you are not aware of the lesson, when you do not know the lesson properly, and when the question is asked to you. And every time, I think most of you had this experience, that when you learn the lesson, teacher will not ask you. But when you do not learn the lesson, okay, for example, 10 days an assignment is given to you. Out of 10, 9 days you have learned your lesson, okay. But one day, and teacher will not ask you 9 days, but one day when you did not learn your lesson, the teacher will ask you. This happens at times, okay. With me, it always happened, okay. So here, this person, he was very very scared to look up at the eyes of this person, M Hamill. And he was also guilty, because he could not utter even a word. He was very scared, and he was scared that before also he was scared that what would happen if I would if someone if the teacher would ask me question, and if I will not be able to answer. But again, here the same thing happened. He was asked question, and um, he was unable to answer, and he did not dare to look up towards the teacher. And he was very, and they were mixed. It was a mixed feeling. He was scared, he was guilty, because it was the last class, and then also he could not, and even in the last class he could not perform properly, okay. I heard M Hamill say to me, I won't scold you. I won't scold you, little Franz. uh, you must feel bad enough. See how it is. So now this is definitely very very abnormal. He said that it's okay, but normally in normal days this definitely was not an okay thing. Why it was not an okay thing? Because he was very strict. He would scold, he would beat also, because he had a rapper, sorry, he had a ruler, okay. So here, now he said that it's very normal. Now he is trying to explain, this person, the teacher, he's trying to explain that why France was not able to answer, and what was actually the problem of the entire district of Alsace and Lorraine, okay. So here, see how it is. Every day we have said to ourselves, "Bah, I have plenty of time. I'll learn it tomorrow." And now you see where we have come out. Learning till tomorrow. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how it is. You pretended to be Frenchman, and you can neither speak nor write your own language. So now this is very normal thing. There is a very great saying. There is a saying that there is a saying that you know um, काल करे सो आज करे सो अब. This is a saying in Hindi. So what is the saying? If some work is given to you today, do it now. Tomorrow, do it now itself. And if today itself, and something that is given to you today, you have to do it now itself, okay. But it is not only about France, it is also about, it is a generalized concept. Humans, we are very lazy. Only few, a handful of us, we have this this thing to work on time, do things on time. We do not do it. And this is said clearly in this lesson, very clearly, that what is important. Being humans, we first have to understand what is our duty. We have to study properly, we have to do our work properly. We need not keep things, postponing things. And here, the writer, I mean this teacher, he said that you all did the same. We'll be learning it tomorrow, we have plenty of time. And during exam also the same thing happens, tomorrow, 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 and that tomorrow never comes, okay. And finally one day, bam, the exam is there. And what happens? Most of you get nervous, most of you get through. Each and every one of you do not have the capacity to work when pressure is immense, okay. So let's start. And then he said that okay, tomorrow when German people will come, they'll say that okay, tell me what is this, what is the French language, what about French language. If they will ask anything, they'll say that it's very sad that tomorrow when German people will come, they'll ask you that what is this, what is that, and you will not be able to answer anything because till now you haven't learned anything. Okay, and why this is not only your problem, this is the problem of each and every person who dwells in Alsace and Lorraine. Okay, and now you see where it comes out. Ah, that's a great trouble with Alsace and Lorraine. Each and every person of Alsace and Lorraine, it's a trouble. She puts off having the right to. Okay, she puts off learning till tomorrow. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you. So she puts on, means Alsace and Lorraine. She puts on the entire place. She, it's said she because it's a motherland. Okay, all the time the entire place, district, they have the same habit of not learning lessons and not doing things today and keeping it till tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchman and yet you can neither speak nor write your own language? So they will say, German will say, oh, you are French and you do not know how to read and write in French. Oh, it's a shame. They'll say, definitely this is very normal. They will say that. Okay, but now you are but you are not worst, poor little France. We have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. So we all have to do many things. We all have to. There are many things we need to do. You are not the only one who is responsible. हम सबको बहुत सारी चीज़ें अभी करनी है. Okay, there are many things that we need to do. Okay, we haven't done it. Reproach. Okay, do many things. Redo things. Okay, our parents were not anxious enough to have you, your parents were not anxious enough to have you learn. They preferred to put you to work on a farm at the mills so as to have a little more money. So I think you have learned this in the lesson Ailing Planet, that this labor class, what they think, more children they'll be having and more money they'll be having. Why? Because they will not invest their money into education. They'll just count their kids, and the more kids they have means they can send them for labor work, and then their money will be multiplying. But they will not understand that this is not going to help. Okay, this is not a futuristic plan. They will never understand that. And the parents also, they are responsible for the poor condition of the students. Why? Because parents, they were least bothered. They thought that education was not important, and they did not send their children, they did not send their wards to school. Instead they thought that okay, working on farm will help because they can do something productive, and education will not give immediate benefits. So they were not calculative enough, they were not futuristic enough. It was very sad on the part of the parents. Okay, and I have been to blame also. Have I not often sent you to water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? And then I wanted to go fishing, and when I wanted to go fishing, did I not give you a holiday? So this was amazing. The teacher, now he is understanding that he also was very very responsible, too much responsible for the thing that happened. Okay, he now said that see, what did I do? Only you, only parents, we can't blame the parents. What did I do? When I wanted to go for fishing, I gave you, okay, abhi chutti ho gaya, go home. This is definitely not done. Okay, when he had to water plants, for example, see, we have plants at school. So just imagine, I will say you all that okay, no need to do class, just go and water the plants. Okay, I will go for shopping. I'll not take any class now. Just go. It's chutti. So definitely this is not working. This will never work. Okay, this thing is doesn't work because there needs seriousness is something which is very important. We all need to be serious when we do something. Okay, so So now the teacher also was not serious. He said that when I wanted to go for fishing, I said okay, it's a holiday, I'll be going for fishing, okay. And again, what are my plans? So he now understood his problems. He now understood that each and every one were to be blamed, not only one. Okay, moving to the next paragraph. Then, from one thing to another, M. Hamel went on to talk of the French language. Okay, so now we'll stop here in this lesson. So now he said that, okay, we'll be stopping here. Now he said that he was not the one and only who was to be blamed. Okay, there were many people who were to be blamed, and France was not the only one. The parents also had the same attitude. He, being a teacher, also he had the same attitude. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you have understood. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, please ask me. I have explained line by line. So if you have any doubt regarding the lesson, you please feel free to ask. Thank you.